Colts versus Raiders came in as the 7th and 8th seed in the AFC. The first half was close, and then the Colts pulled away in the second half. Take away from this game, the Raiders won't be contenders till they fix their defense. I think Carr played good today. You can't put the blame on him. He had a couple interceptions, but relative to how the defense played, the offense played pretty good. I think this falls on the defense. It's going to be real hard for the Raiders to make the playoffs after losing this game. They have the Dolphins ahead of them. If the Ravens win, they're ahead of them, and they have who's the third team? They have the Dolphins, Ravens. That might be it. I think that's just the 3 teams that are ahead of them. But after this loss to the Colts, real tough for the Raiders. They have the Chargers next, so they should be able to get a victory and get back on winning. But win the last 3 games, and they finish 10-6. But they do have the Raiders. They do have the Dolphins left, so that might whoever loses that game will for surely be done. But the Raiders, they haven't looked that strong the last few weeks, especially after the loss to the Falcons. They just lost a lot of steam. If they would have been able to somehow pull up another upset against the Chiefs, we may be talking differently about them right now. They might have carried that momentum from that victory, and they could be sitting way higher in the standings. But they lost to the Chiefs, they lost to the Falcons, squeaked out a win against the Jets, and got beat pretty badly at home against the Colts. As far as the Colts are starting to look like contenders. T.Y. Hilton is coming around. He finished with 2 touchdowns, 5 receptions for 86 yards. He's come alive the last 3 weeks. T.Y. Hilton's back. He looks healthy again. He's running fast. He's burning teams down the middle. He's coming back to life. They're going to need him in the playoffs. It does look like the Colts should make the playoffs now. And Jonathan Taylor, their rookie, looked amazing. Career high 150 yards on 20 carries. He broke a long one. He looks fast. He looks healthy. I know he had some injuries in the middle of the season. He missed some games because of COVID. And Phillip Rivers had another clean game, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Defense played solid again. They held the Raiders to 20 points, and then they got a garbage touchdown at the end. But good game by the Colts. It looked like it was going to be a shootout at the beginning. It looked like they were going to go head-to-head, but Colts were able to pull away in the second half. They were able to force turnovers. The Raiders had 3 turnovers. The Colts had 0 turnovers. I think that was the key to the game. Colts were smart with the ball. They didn't give the ball away. Raiders had 3 turnovers. It's hard to beat a good team like the Colts when you have 3 turnovers and they don't turn the ball over. For the Colts, like I said, solid defense. Phillip Rivers is playing clean football. T.Y. Hilton's coming alive. You have Pittman. You have 2 solid tight ends. You have 3 solid running backs: Hines, Taylor, Wilkins. Colts might make some noise when they get to the playoffs. If Phillip Rivers could just play smart football, keep them in good down to go distances, and if he doesn't have turnovers, they have a nice squad where they could make some noise. That defense is good. Frank Wright is a great coach. He's not afraid to go for it on 4th downs. He puts pressure on the other teams. Phillip Rivers not throwing interceptions. Jonathan Taylor getting into form. T.Y. Hilton coming back, looking like a number 1 wide receiver. The Colts can make some noise when they get into the playoffs. And for the Raiders, fix that defense, and hold on to the football. It doesn't look like it's going to be this year. It doesn't look like the Raiders are going to punch a ticket to the playoffs this year. Unfortunate for the Raiders. I know there's a lot of Raider fans out there that were real hopeful for this season, especially the way they started, especially after upsetting the Chiefs. And I know there was a lot of optimism after losing a close game to the Chiefs the second time around. And that optimism is dwindling right now. Losing to the Falcons, squeaking out a victory to the Jets, and losing at home to the Colts. Unfortunate 3 games for the Raiders. Most fans would have thought that they would have ran the table. They would have won all 3 games after playing the Chiefs so close. 1-2 in these 2 games kind of sinks them, kind of kills their hopes for this season. But they still have an outside shot, so we'll see if they're able to run the table, finish 10-6. And if they finish 10-6, that might be enough. But if they get to the playoffs with that defense, I don't see them progressing too much. But maybe it's all for the better. Maybe next season when there's fans, the Raiders could end their playoff drought with the fans there in Las Vegas supporting them. But for the time being, unfortunate how the Raiders have played the last 3 weeks, and the Colts seem to be rounding into form. They're still tied with the Titans at 9-4 for the division lead. Titans still hold the tiebreaker, but now the Colts are in a real good position to at least get a wild card spot, and they might make some noise when they make the playoffs. I used to be a Charger fan when they were in San Diego, so I have some ties to Phillip Rivers. So I do wish him the best. I hope he goes far into the playoffs. He deserves a good team, and now the Colts have put a great team around him. So we'll see how far the Colts could go. But it was a good game, especially in the first half when it was closer. Colts pulled away in the second half. Solid game.